Hiya.
What a night, eh, Francie? And in the middle of the week, too.
That's Maxie. No beginning, no end, and no middle.
What a night, mister.
Hiya, champ.
Hiya. Gosh, I'm sorry. Hiya, Hypo, how are you?
Say, looks like the world's treating you all right tonight.
Oh, no, the English in reverse. Tonight I'm treating the world.
What's cooking?
Open the lid and look in the pot.
Hiya, Penny Pie.
Well, Uffy!
Hello, Maxie.
Well, give me the 9 count and ring the bell if you ain't voluptuous as ever.
You didn't think I'd fail you on a night like this.
I'm flattered. Flattered than I was when I fought. Well, never mind. We'll forget about that fight.
I saw that fight.
Don't tell me. On the floor, look good, huh?
Fancy? Here tonight looks like Saturday night.
You mean charity night. This is all on Maxie. He had me call all of his friends and newspaper men, and especially you.
Oh, so your call was official. All the time I thought it was personal, like from you to me.
Don't change the subject, Hypo. This is a big night for Maxie. He's getting a college prize.
College prize for what?
That's your question.
All right, don't answer me till you feel like it. What a close-mouthed mama you are. I don't know what Maxie'd do if you weren't fronting for him.
I do.
What?
He'd fall on his ear and go broke.
Probably.
Hiya, Hypo. You look in the pot? Some stew, huh?
Well, in a way.
Big doings tonight.
Sure is.
Got me a new suit and everything.
You know, for a roughneck like you, that suit does fit pretty good.
It should fit ahead of me about his 3 Roman tailors.
Roman tailors?
Yeah, Cotus, Festus, and Panthers.
Oh, Max.
Look, I'm gonna let you get away with that because when a dog bites a man, that ain't news. But when a newspaper man slugs a fighter, that's news.
Say, Maxie, all kidding aside, what are those college boys doing here?
Oh, have they a ribbon? Then what are we waiting for? Come on, I want you to meet the boys.
Okay. Excuse me, Francie, I'll be back in a flash for a mash.
Have a good time? Hiya, fellas.
Hello, Max.
This is Hypo McGonigal, sporting editor of the Tribune.
Hi, how do you do?
This is Mr. Carey, newspaper man, too, ain't you?
Carey?
Uh-huh.
He and his pals are the ones that's giving me this Pulitzer Prize tonight.
Oh.
You know the girls already, don't you?
Oh, sure. Hiya, Pets.
Come to think of it, you kids should be backstage, darling, up for the fall show.
Maxie, have a heart. We just met the girls.
So what? You'll see more of the girls later on. Wait till you see their costumes. Well, a big shot turned out here tonight, kid. Maybe I ought to shake hands with him, huh? Anyhow, I left poor Umpy holding the bag, so, Hypo, you carry on with my friends, and I'll just carry on.
Where are you boys from?
Harvard. We're from the Lampoon. I'm the editor, and this
Oh,
is...
the Lampoon, eh? That's sort of a comic magazine, isn't it?
Well, you can call it that if you like, but then it has done some constructive work.
Mm-hmm. What are you boys doing for Maxie here tonight? Something constructive or destructive?
Well, now, Mr. McGonigal, really, you should know better than to try to milk another newspaper man for your news.
So what goes on, Maxie, and when does it happen?
Any minute now, my name would be like a toothpick in everybody's mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the second round of our floor show, we have a pleasant surprise for you. As our honored guest tonight, we have Harrison Carey and his associates from the editorial staff of the Harvard University Lampoon. They've come here to give a prize to our boss, Slapsy Maxie. And that's all I know about it. So I'm going to call on Harrison Carey to tell you the rest himself. Harrison Carey!
Don't forget this.
I'd like to have Maxie come up here with me. Each year, the Harvard Lampoon chooses outstanding individuals in various fields for awards of merit. Ordinarily, the task of selecting who is going to be so honored is a difficult one, but this year, our choice was easy. Maxie here was far and away the outstanding candidate.
Is it wonderful?
Are you sure he's talking about Maxie?
For your accomplishments in the field of nightclub entertainment, as a boxer, as an actor, you, Maxie Rosenblum, have been selected by the Harvard Lampoon as the recipient of its annual award for supreme pediculousness.
was that word he used?
I can't call off the word, but the size of it's good enough for me.
I told you once, Maxie, and I'll tell you again. It's no good. I don't like it, and I still don't like it.
Don't be that way, Francie. Maybe the paper's made a misgrammar. You know, a graphotopical error.
It's no dice, Maxie. One paper might make 6 mistakes, but 6 papers don't make the same mistake.
Here, this is the biggest diction thing I could find.
Thanks.
I wonder why they did that.
Pediculous. Here it is.
Come on, what does it say? What does it mean?
Pediculous. Putrid.
Putrid. Now we're getting places. Now look up the word putrid and see how it ties in with puritula. That's the prize they said I was getting. You know, like the movie stars get every year?
No, Maxie, that's the Pulitzer Prize. Here it is. Putrid. Rotten.
Hey, that stinks.
Now you're getting places. You took the words right out of the dictionary's mouth.
And to think those college guys cost me 6 bottles of Coke.
Why, the dirty little ingraves. Throw the things out, I hate them.
Hiya, chap. Hiya, Sugar. What are you doing with that good news?
Good news, my eye, and don't sugar me. You're like all the rest of the smart Alex, making a fool out of a right guy. Anything for a laugh. Well, it ain't funny, McGonagall.
That's what I like about you, Sugar. You're gonna make me a wonderful wife. You're dynamite, full of fire. Just the kind of a girl for a newspaper man.
Newspaper men. You're all vultures.
What a home I'm gonna have. Not a whole pane of glass in the entire house. And the little woman standing there just waiting for me. With a rolling pin in one end and a baseball bat in the other.
Oh, fly a kite.
Keep your tempo down, Francie. Hypo's okay. He has to keep up with the rest of the papers to hold his job, don't he?
Thanks, champ. Francie understands how it is. It's just she's all for you, aren't you, Sugar?
Now look, we gotta be bigger than those rah-rah boys. We gotta take it like we dish it out. Anyway, those boys are just kids. So they had a little fun with me. So what? Now go back to work. Hypo. I want to talk to you.
You're a great champ, Maxie.
Make it chump and it's a deal. Look, I bet you think I'm pretty dumb, huh?
Oh, now forget it. You mean those newspaper articles? That's good publicity. Keeps your name alive, makes people like you.
I know I ain't so smart, or I would have caught on to the rib in the first place. Well, there's only one cure for all this. I gotta get smartened up.
Oh, stop it, Maxie. You're smart enough. You're normal, you're natural. People love you the way you are.
And the place to get smart is college. That's what I'm gonna do. Go to college. Harvard. That's where I'm going. Harvard.
Look, Maxie, no college is going to take you, Harvard or any other college. It's impossible.
Why?
You got to have credits.
Well, I don't want no credits. I'll pay cash on the line.
No, I mean scholastic credits. Harvard won't accept anybody unless they languages.
Look, what you're saying don't make sense. If a guy already knows them big words, he don't need to go to college. Any dope can understand that.
Now, look, Maxie, I'll try to explain it to you.
Maybe you're right, Hyper, but when a guy's so dumb that he gets prizes for it, then that's a new kind of low, ain't it?
I think Hypo's right this time, Maxie.
Now, look, kids, you know as well as I do that I made an awful lot of dough by getting my brains knocked out. Even I know that. Now, doesn't it make sense that I can make a lot more dough by getting some brains knocked into me?
Oh, but Maxie...
And what could be a better place than college? And the better the college, the better. And what could be a better college than Harvard?
Professor Alvin, there's a madman outside, a maniac. He insists on seeing you.
Oh, why bother me? If he's genuinely mad, send him to the psychology laboratory for observation.
He won't go. He's very forward. Keeps calling me Toots and Sweetheart.
He must be mad. What sort of person is he?
Definitely the troglodyte. But definitely.
Really? What's his cranial index?
Very bad. And you should see his ears. Oh!
Miss Frisbee, my research cannot have too many case histories for observation. Send him in. Send him in at once.
You, young man, you may come in.
Thanks, teacher. Remind me to bring you a red apple at recess. What a spot for a nightclub. Are you the head man?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Not bad, but a little corny. Look, Grandpa, when you get down to real cases, you ain't aware of painting yourself.
I was referring to the cartilaginous excrescences of your auricular lobar protuberances. And now, young man, do you mind stepping a little closer?
Oh, I need glasses, huh?
It has nothing to do with your optical efficiency, nor your personal pulchritude, which is conspicuously negative.
Now we're getting places, Gramps. Come on, throw some more big words at me, huh? Words like stamier, stadium, or sidewalk. Hey, a sidewalk, one word or two words?
Should we postpone the grammar quiz till later? Yes, you are more important. Now, hold still while I measure your cranial index.
Them big words. Yeah, that's right. That's what I want to learn. What will they charge me to take lessons from you direct?
I don't teach. I'm still learning myself. Now, hold still.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I know the feeling. Punchy.
Well, I must call Professor Anthony to verify my observations. Sit down, young man. Just make yourself comfortable. Oh, Anthony, I've a live specimen here in my office. His cranial index fits exactly between the Hottentot and the Neanderthal man. It's precisely the index we calculated for the missing link.
Friends of yours?
Oh, no. Yes, hurry. You must see him before he gets away.
Look, Doc, we're getting no place fast. The best I can savvy from your lingo is that I'm a character. Okay, I own up to that. But that's what I'm here for, to get smartened up.
Smartened up?
Yeah. You see, I just got wise to myself. I figured there's no percentage of being dumb, so I thought I'd take me a course in sprouts. You know, let you blast a little sense into my noggin.
Oh, Professor Anthony. He speaks a strange jargon composed of English derivatives, but which otherwise makes no sense. Better get Professor McSquiggly in here at once.
How do you make him talk?
Oh, it's simple. Just ask him simple questions.
Hello, McSquiggly. Come right over to Professor Alvin's department immediately. It's very urgent.
Is he the main quack? I told her before, I want to connect with the mug that's going to take me out of that pediculous class.
Pediculous?
Young man, do you know what that word pediculous means?
Brother, a dome in fragrance of roses.
Now, gentlemen, you may begin your tests. Everybody ready?
Quite.
Recorder ready?
Right, now, hold your arms out. Now, close your eyes.
Hey, Squig, cut that out, that tickles.
Quiet, please. Miss Frisbee, will you please record our findings as we report them?
I got it, huh?
Now, raise your right foot and your left arm, please. Now, your left foot and your right arm, please. Now, on your left. Now, on your right. Now, left, right. No, I said right.
What's the difference? Do I get educated in my feet?
Now, close your right eye, please. Now, open your right eye and close your left. Now, close both your eyes and open your mouth. Now, open your eyes and close your mouth.
Now, breathe in. Now out. In. Out. Out. Now, repeat after me.
You've been eating raw meat.
Now then, close your mouth. Say ah.
One of us is off the beam.
Now, put your hand on your abdomen. Huh? On your abdomen, your abdomen.
Oh, you want spa, huh?
Now, stand on your right foot and place your hand on your abdomen. Your abdomen.
Oh, no. Professor Anthony means for you to place your hand on your abdomen, like this.
Oh, the bread basket. Oh, say, that feels good. Let me do it to you.
Oh!
Gee, she's sensitive.
What's your opinion, gentlemen?
I would say he's a perfect throwback to the caveman.
His IQ is definitely that of a moron.
Hey, Docs, what do you think I am, a tightrope walker?
He's a perfect moron.
Yeah, I'm more on this foot than I'm on the other.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You may relax now. Please sit down.
How am I doing, Gramps?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I figured that out.
This is a windfall.
A perfect windfall for antediluvian research.
Just think to be able to study the actions and reactions of a physical type that's supposed to have vanished from the Earth hundreds of centuries ago.
Hey, here's my home in the Bronx.
How can we hold him? How can we keep him here under observation?
Obviously, he's not the type you can put in a cage.
Oh, he's not the dangerous type. In fact, he blossoms on freedom.
We let him blossom till he blooms.
As soon as other universities hear of this specimen, they'll want it too.
Oh, but we must keep him here for our own use exclusively.
I'll make a proposition to him. See if it can be arranged.
Splendid.
Mr. Rosenblum.
Oh, cut out that Mr. Stuff. Just call me Champ, Gramp.
Oh, very well, Champ. Now that is, we would like to know if you would be interested in living with us here at Harvard for a year or so.
A year? Nothing doing. I told when you do a stretch at Harvard, it's for 4 years. And I don't want nothing off for good behavior.
Well, of course, we'd be glad to keep you for the full term, but then there's the little matter of finance.
Oh, why not make a yearly arrangement at first, Mr. Rosenblum? Now, how much would you want for your services for the first year?
Huh?
Would you be willing to accept $1,000?
$1,000?
Well, supposing we give you $1,500 and your room and board. Will you accept?
Well,
we need
men like you, Mr. Rosenblum. And I need men like you. In fact, I'm starting to feel smart already. Doc, you got a deal.
That's fine, Maxie, that's fine. Now, all you have to do is to make yourself available to us for a few hours daily.
Swell. Just calling me my service would be your disapproval.
That makes me very happy.
That makes me a freshman, don't it?
Well, I suppose you could call yourself.
Hey, come.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Please sit down.
Hello.
Mr. Rosenblum?
That's right, in the flesh.
I'm John Edward Hayworth, the housemaster.
Hi.
Won't you join us?
Thank you.
This is your place over here. Gentlemen, this is Mr. Rosenblum. He's going to be with us here at Ransom House.
Hi, fellas. Hello. Cut out that Mr. Stuff. Just call me Maxie.
This is your roommate. I don't think you've met yet. Eddie Spellman, meet Maxie Rosenblum.
Oh, all right. Hi, Eddie.
And this is Mr.
Don't bother to introduce me around. I can't remember names anyhow. All I can say is, pleased to meet you, and I know we'll get to like each other, and I hope to mutual satisfaction. Say, I'm kind of out of step here, ain't I? These glad rags, I mean.
Well, we try to be as informal as possible here.
Yeah, it sort of makes me feel like a head waiter. That shows you how wrong I can be. I sort of figured you college guys was the things to dress yourselves up when you put on the feed bag. You know, like the sports you read about, the ones that put on the boiled shirts in the jungle? Maybe I better go back upstairs and climb out of the soup and fish and put on something less formidable, huh?
Oh, don't bother, Maxie. As a matter of fact, we are complimented, aren't we?
Why, sure we are. Okay, if you say so. I want to get to know all you fellas real well, because there's lots of things I want to ask you. But when the food comes in, brother, the questions is out. Oh, boy, oyster still with oysters in it. Say, pal, if I ain't too incognito, will you pass me the salt, please? Spicy is the variety of life.
Now, don't get it too spicy. There are oceans of oysters in that stew.
Yeah, and oceans of oceans, too. No d'oeuvres. No d'oeuvres. And that's the way I figured the whole thing out. If college will make gentlemen out of that lampoon bunch, boy, I ought to come out a genius. And a gentleman.
Well, being a gentleman isn't just a matter of college, Maxie. I've known doctors of philosophy who were first-class heels, and one of the finest gentlemen I ever knew couldn't read or write.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He had a terrific right course.
Well, this was a different fellow. But being a gentleman is nothing in the world but being a right guy.
Say, this isn't just a gag, a publicity stunt, is it? You're really going to be here?
That's right, kid. I signed a contract. It's a deal.
Why?
Why? Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm just a vulture for culture.
Well, fellas, our days of running away from upperclassmen are over.
How do you mean?
Oh, with Maxie here crossing the campus will be like traveling in convoy. The sophomores won't dare touch us.
What do you really want to learn, Maxie?
Big words, my friend. Words I can use on the old gang back home. Boy, will I panic him. Come on, teach me one now, will you? Just one. You name it and I'll learn it.
Honorific abilitude intertatibus.
How long has he been fighting? What a word. What does it mean?
Well, it means being a square shooter. When you learn that, I'm going to ask for a raise.
Hey, is that a crack?
Yes.
Well, all right.
Now, let's get together on this, Maxie. First, my idea is that we should start and stay on the basis of friendship. Second, let's uncover the truth on both sides. We can take it. I hope you can. So we grant that you've got a contract. But you didn't come here for real knowledge, Maxie. You came here first because you couldn't take a joke.
Now, wait a minute. That's no way to start off a no good friendship. That harpoon gag that was pulled on me, well, that was okay, see, but being meat for them kind of gags is something else again, if you get what I mean.
And you're staying here because you want to learn how to give your friends a mental hot foot. Isn't that right?
Oh, I don't have to answer.
Oh, take down your guard, Maxie. If we're going to get along together, we've got to be on the up and up about everything. A teacher is something like a manager in the fight game. I've got to know exactly what's wrong with you to set it right, and what's right with you to make it better. All it adds up to is helping you to get where you want to go.
You mean you'll help me to be anything I want?
Within human limits, yes.
Now we're getting places. Now, how long will it be before I can granulate into the sorority or one of them infirmaries?
Oh, I think we can manage that, can't we, boys? I'll propose you for membership for one of the clubs at once.
Gee, that's swell. And when I get one of them buttons, you know, with them Latin hydraulics on it?
You'll get everything.
Then what's my next move? Do I join a sorority?
Maxie, a sorority is a club for girls.
There I go, pulling a Rosenblumer again. Pretty good, huh?
How's this one, Sean? Is this all right?
Hey, Maxie. Come on, Maxie. You have to be ready by 7:30 sharp.
Oh, boy. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I'm finally getting to one of them infirmaries. Give me a mirror, somebody, will you? If I look anything like you guys, that's all, brother.
No, don't let him see himself. I think he's a glamour girl.
Oh, Maxie,
Hypo! What are you doing here?
a million guesses and you'd still be wrong. Hey, what kind of a course are you taking? Nursery rhymes?
Oh, you mean this? Oh, no, I'm being initiated into a club. You know, part of my higher education. Fellas, this is Hypo McGonigal, sporting editor of the Tribune.
Hi, fellas.
You go up to get disturbed by me going to college, huh?
Not me. I'm moving in. I'm going to stay here.
But I thought you already went to college. Besides, what?
Oh, I got a year's leave of absence. I'm here under the Neiman Fellowship.
Oh, is that good?
Very.
What is it?
Oh, it's an endowment for newspapermen. Gives us a year off to go back to college and specialize. I'm going to study political economy.
There ain't no such thing.
Well, they're still giving courses in it.
Gee, that's swell. Then you're getting in free, too, like me. Huh? Look at those guys. They had to pay to come in. Not me. I'm getting room and board and $1,500 to boot. And all the instructions I want. And boy, am I slaying them.
Have you learned anything yet?
Have I? Get this. Anavefka Bellatudinatadabus.
Boy, that's some word.
Word, that's the whole dictionary.
All right, you candidates. Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Maxie, hurry up.
You remember him, the harpoon editor? Sometimes I can figure him out. You remember Hypo, sporting editor of the Tribune? He and his lampooners are the one that pulled that pedigree gag, you know, that pedigree.
Ridiculous, and it was no gag.
Are you running the shindig tonight?
At my special request. Now, come on, get over there with the other fellas.
I can't wait.
Before we get through with you, you may wish you had.
Gee, how I hate that guy. I wish you had a brother so I could hate him, too.
All right, fellas, let's go. Come on, everybody.
You mind if I trail along?
It'd be an added pleasure. Come on.
Me too?
You too.
For sure?
Uh-huh.
All right, but don't forget, I got a glass chin. Ooh! 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 Hey, that's a foul! Forward, men! On to Bunker Hill!
What are you... Come on, Gwen, let's get going. Maxie's way ahead of you. Come on. That's it. Now you're going. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. Hurry up. All right. Quit your hands on that. That's the idea. All right. Quit your hands on that.
Some dog you got there, mister.
You ain't got too bad ones yourself, brother.
Come on, get going, Cinderella. You're blocking traffic.
Come on, get going now.
Come on. All right, come on. And quit stalling.
Don't use your hands.
That's the idea. Now, that's the idea. Get going. Come on, Maxie. Come on, Maxie. Get going. Whoa. That's the idea. Keep going. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Keep going. A big...
Oh, hello, Glamour boy. Say, you sure look silly pushing that down the street with your nose.
You got nothing on me.
Haven't got much on me either.
A spy, huh? What's this dame doing here?
She's not with us.
Then what's she got a noggin on the dog for? What is she imitating me for?
She's from a sorority, and she's being initiated just like you are.
Why, Harrison Carey, are you leading these freshies to slaughter?
Mm-hmm. Just as soon as we finish turning the champ into a chump, we'll be through.
Look out he doesn't turn you into a chimp.
Look, Sweets, how about you and I cut the rug after this formality is over, huh?
Gosh, you're too young for me.
You'll live to regret the day you turned me down. Who's the dame?
She thinks she's the whole sorority. Let's hiss her.
Stop, she's cute. I think she's the whole works.
Look, Infant, I'm Zella Phipps. Who are you?
Me? Maxie Rosenblum. Ain't you ever heard of me?
Well, no. But I think you're awful cute. Hey, they, hurt you much?
Oh, you mean these? Oh, I got them from trying to listen to 2 radio programs at the same time.
Keep going, Maxie, keep going.
What's the matter, Maxie? Can't you take it? What are you crying about?
It ain't me that's crying. It's the cream puff. Somebody put horse's radish in it.
Hey, what's this I hear about Maxie Rosenblum enrolling in our school?
Well, all I know is what I read in the papers. And according to them, he's a cross between a quirk and a jerk.
Oh, there he is now.
Hi, fellas. Nice knowing that you know me.
Well, if it ain't the champ himself. Boy, this is a historic moment. It's the first time I've ever seen the champ when he wasn't on his back.
That's because I ain't in shape.
Well, how's the cauliflower, Maxie?
Oh, I'm only bad on one ear. Why make a mountain out of a molehill?
When are you gonna fight Joe Louis, Rosie?
Rosie. Roses is red and Wallace is blue. Lilies is white and pansies woo-woo. But when Wallace is red and Roses is blue then that's the time I will fight Joe Louis.
Boy, you really murder the English language. Maxie, don't you know anything at all about English?
I'm talking it, ain't I?
How's your grammar?
Grammar? I don't know. We ain't heard from her in years.
Oh, no, grammar. For instance, like as if I was to say to you, consonants.
Oh, any dope knows that. North and South America.
How did I get into this? Tell me, did anyone ever take your IQ?
Huh?
Your IQ. IQ.
I IQ too.
Boy, what a jerk.
Well, you know what Barnum says. There's a jerk born every minute.
Ah, Barnum. Barnum, the greatest believer of advertising. Oh, Maxie, on the side, I represent the Lonely Hearts magazine. Why, it's the finest advertising medium in the world for a guy like you. As a matter of fact, you should keep a standing ad in our magazine. Blurb. Joe Blurb is the name, and I work for the widest circulated magazine.
But you don't understand my setup, Mr. Blurb. I don't have to advertise. That ain't gonna do me no good.
Oh, Mr. Rosenblum. Why, I'm surprised at a businessman like you saying that it doesn't pay to advertise. Why, if it wasn't for advertising, what would become of Spearmint Chewing Gum? Or did you ever hear of You Need a Biscuit? And, of course, you know Fleischmann's Yeast.
Is he?
And, is he what?
Is Fleischmann East?
I said Fleischmann's Yeast.
That's what I said. Is Fleischmann East?
No, look. When I say Fleischmann's Yeast, I don't mean Fleischmann's Yeast.
What do you mean?
I mean Fleischmann's Yeast.
Yeah, I know. I had the same feeling sometimes. Look, I don't care if he's East or West. In fact, what am I arguing about? I don't even know the guy.
Oh, wait a minute. Everybody knows what yeast is. Why, they use it in baking. Does your girl do any baking?
Sure, she's always baking me to take her out.
Oh, no. Baking, like bread. Now, if your girl was baking bread, what would she stick in the dough?
Her dirty hands.
Well, skip that. Tell me, what make of suspenders do you wear?
Police suspenders.
Police suspenders. Why don't you wear fireman's suspenders? They keep your pants up too, you know.
Yeah, but who wants hot pants?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because there is no nationally advertised fireman's suspenders. Why, every time you read a newspaper, look on a billboard, you see a picture of a policeman wearing police suspenders. That's advertising. That's why you buy them. Now tell me, what kind of eggs do you eat? Why don't you eat duck eggs?
Because?
Because what? Did anybody ever tell you that a duck egg isn't as good as an egg?
No, but
But what? Why don't you eat duck eggs?
because I tried it once, and what happened to a duck egg shouldn't happen to a duck.
Did you ever hear a hen lay an egg?
Did you say hen or ham?
I said hen.
Yeah, I did.
Ah, you bet you have, because when a duck lays an egg, she just lays it, blah. But when a hen lays an egg, ha-ha, she scratches and clucks and cackles. She advertises. Now, take the automobile in its first stages. Why, the cheap little car used to be the joke of the town, while the expensive car used to zoom by quietly and unnoticed. But the cheap little car used to puff and rattle and attract attention. Now, it's the most popular car in use today. And that's
what it means to advertise. I know, Mr. Blake, but...
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Professor. Good morning. And you two boys, what are you huddling about?
It's nothing, Mr. Bloomingrose.
And this young man, who is he?
Mr. Bloomingrose.
Yes?
I'm Rosenblum. Our name sounds like double talk, huh?
It is a coincidence, nevertheless rather paradoxical.
Hey, that's a big word, too. That's what I'm here for, to learn them words.
So Professor Alvin informs me.
Quite so, quite so. Professor Alvin magnanimously and generously suggests that I partake in your tuition so that my vocabulary would situate it among your eloquence.
I understand.
You do?
Yes.
What I say?
According to my comprehension, I gather you're eager to improve your diction.
No, I just want to learn to speak better English.
Have you ever been to school at all?
Yes, sir, 4 years.
You only went as high as the 4th grade?
Well, we didn't have no 4th grade, so I had to go to 2nd grade twice.
Why didn't you try to find a school that did have a 4th grade?
I did, but I had to leave on account of pneumonia.
Pneumonia? Pneumonia. Oh, pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
Contagious?
I didn't have it. I just couldn't spell it. Goodbye.
Mr. Rosenblum, how did you happen to hear about our school?
Oh, I don't know. I think somebody reprehended to me, or maybe I read about it in the newspapers.
Impossible. We never advertise our school in the papers. We don't believe in that sort of thing.
Mr. Bloomingrose, I'm surprised a smart businessman like you saying it don't pay to advertise. If it was an advertisement, where would Spearmint Biscuits and You Need a Chewing Gum be today?
What?
First, what kind of duck eggs do you lay?
Mr. Rosenblum.
Yes?
The human anatomy happens to be so constructed that it does not lay duck eggs.
Why, Daddy?
Because.
Because. Did you know that a duck egg wasn't duckier than a goose egg? And why? And did you know that an automobile in the early stages didn't use Fleischmann's yeast? What kind of suspenders do you wear?
I don't wear suspenders.
In case you wore suspenders, what kind would they be?
I don't know.
You gotta know. You can't do that to me.
I use a belt.
You gotta use suspenders.
Mr. Rosenblum, please.
That's it. Police suspenders. And why police suspenders? Did you know that fireman suspenders can't bake cake as well as my girl? And why? I'll tell you why. Because you don't cackle, and you don't puff, and you don't rattle, and you don't cluck. You cluck.
Mr. Rosenblum.
Please, Mr. Bloomers. Emma, where are you? Oh, there you are, Emma, hiding. Now, come on out, you little rascal. Come on out. Come on, Elmo. The puff gave me some homework to do, and I gotta do it. Come on, I'm not gonna dissect you like them sturgeons do. All I want to do is study a scientific analysis of your another body. Come on now, Elmo. Gee, you're a fine specimen. There you are. Now hold still while I make notes, Elmer. Hold still.
What are you doing, Maxie?
Oh, hello, fellas. The prof gave me some homework to do, and I gotta do it.
Well, why don't you do it at home?
How can I? I live in Brooklyn. Hey, come to think of it, it's funny. They give you homework to do, and they want you to do it here.
How are you getting along?
Pretty good. Of course, you know, monotony is a very tedious subject.
Monotony?
Yeah, that's the study of insect bugs. And, brother, it sure is a monotony.
Well, have you done any research in the textbook?
Oh, I don't know nothing about Texas. Elmer's my subject.
Elmer? Who is Elmer?
Elmer's the mosquito that I'm experimenting on.
A mosquito? Is it a foreign or a native mosquito?
Just a mosquito.
Yeah, but where does it come from, the east or the west? For instance, if it came from China, it would be an oriental.
And if China is Oriental, what is Occidental?
An automobile collision.
You know, Maxie, you've made a lot of progress at Harvard.
You're telling me the pop says my IQ was nil, and if I continue with college, it'll be null. Ain't every fella can leave college with a nil and a null.
Let's get back to Elmer.
Confidentially, Elmer's my pet mosquito. I raised it from a pup. He comes from a royal family.
What did he do, bite the Prince of Wales?
Don't be a dope, you dope. Elmer don't bother with princes. He waited until he became king.
Well, how did you happen to come by him?
Oh, just by accident. Then when I got to know him, I realized we was cousins.
Cousins? You mean you're related?
Well, we wasn't at first. We were just good friends. Then later on, he forgot that I was his benefactor, and he bit me on the forehead. And from then on, we became blood relations.
Say, Tom, you recall we were doing some research on the planetary theory of the insect, reading something about the type conical instincts of the mosquito. As I recall his theoretical analogy, the mosquito, on coming in contact with the human body, and in the event of biting into the jugular vein, the brain cells of the human are transferred to the insect.
Come to think of it, that is so. Subject of the text is, what makes mortal imbeciles?
Hey, wait a minute. You mean that if a mosquito bites a guy, it's like a blood transcussion? Elmer, I'm sorry I gotta do it. I gotta disrelate you.
Oh, why did you do that, Maxie? Do you know what'll happen to Elmer?
What?
He'll fly back to the swamps.
So what? He'll be amongst his friends.
For a minute, yes. But then, evolution.
What do you mean?
Maxie, don't tell me you haven't taken up the study of evolution. You've heard of Darwin's theory that man comes from monkey?
You mean my old man was an ape?
Everything comes from something. Caterpillars, butterflies, lizards, alligators, mosquitoes, fish.
You mean maybe Elmer might become a fish?
Could be.
Holy mackerel.
Hey, Maxie, where are you going?
I'm going fishing for Elmer.
Where are you going fishing for him?
Well, I always go fishing out west.
What part of the West?
In the east.
Oh, out west in the east.
Yeah, near the Sandwich Islands.
Hey, now, wait a minute. What kind of fish do you catch in the Sandwich Islands?
Well, a certain kind of fish called the Australian pastrami.
Australian pastrami?
Oh, you've heard of the Australian pastrami, Tommy. It's a species of the Hungarian goulash gender.
Hey, you were there too? Funny I never saw you there.
Oh, I haven't been there for years. When were you there?
2 years, 1 summer.
2 years, 1 summer. There's only 1 summer a year.
That's the winter I was there.
Winter? You said summer before.
The summer before I wasn't there. You can only catch Australian pastrami at a certain time of the year.
What time is that?
2:30.
2:30? What time of the year?
Springtime near Christmas.
Tell me, how do you catch this unusual fish?
Oh, it's very, very simple. You get up at 4 o'clock in the morning some evening, you see, and you get a hook and line, and it's sitting on the porch looking out the back window. Now, as you're sitting on the roof...
Now, wait a minute. How's the fish get up on the roof?
Oh, that you'll have to ask the fish. I don't know. Now, you're sitting on the roof, and you notice the fish coming, you hide, you see?
How?
Oh, very, very simple. You lie on your tummy, and you cover yourself up with your back, and the fish comes over, and he thinks you're playing possums, and he starts doing a conga. Now, as he does the conga, you slide right down to the sidewalk.
I suppose you have to do that very quietly.
Oh, you got to do it quiet, because if the fish hears you, he just gets up and walks away. But that's the Australian pastrami. Now, you take the game fish, the Iffle fish. That's different.
Oh, the Australian pastrami is now in oblivion, and there's a Niffle-Diff fish.
Oh, yeah, you've heard of the Iffle-Diff, Tommy. It's a very rare species.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must plead ignorance. I've never heard of it. What manner of fish is that?
Just a minute, I'll show you.
Here, I'll tell you, it's a sort of a fish that swims backwards.
Why does it swim backwards?
Oh, I guess to keep the water out of their eyes.
Must be very difficult catching a fish like that.
Oh, that it is, that it is. To catch an Iffle-Diff fish, you got to have a hard-shell frankfurter.
That's the bait, I suppose.
Yes, that's the bait, but they don't go for that kind of bait, you see. You see, they just knock their heads against the hard-shell frankfurters, and in that way, they knock their brains out.
Yeah. Then I suppose ready for the oven.
Sure, but first you got to cook them.
Cook them?
That's right, cook them. You can bake them, but it's better to cook them.
And how do you cook them?
Here, come here, I'll show you. See, first you take the breath out and you lie it aside, you see.
Why do you take the breath out and lay it aside?
Oh, that's for the gravy. You see, you lie it down, and then you get some nails and you hammer it down, you see, against the board. Then you take some salt and you put it all over, you see. Then you get some pepper and put it all over, you see. Then you take ketchup and you put it on there. Where's the ketchup? Here's the ketchup. You take the ketchup and you put it all over, you see? And then you get some nice, clean mud and put it all over.
Clean mud?
That's right, clean mud. And then you put it into an oven, burnt with charcoal, and you let the fish there for 8 years.
8 years.
That's right. And after 8 years, you take it out of the oven and you put it down, see? And then you rip out the nails, you rip off the fish, you throw away the boards, and you eat the charcoal. And believe me when I say, it's the finest thing you ever ate in your life.
Hey, is he kidding?
Well, so long, fellas. I gotta go fishing for Elmer.
Hey, Maxie, just a minute. I don't think you'll have to go fishing for Elmer.
What do you mean?
I think I see Elmer.
Really?
Stand still. I'll get him for you.
Gee, that's swell. Oh, gosh, it's swell. Fellas, this ain't Elmer.
We're smart. He's a jerk.
Yeah.
Professor Elvin. Professor Elvin.
Yes, what is it, Professor Teeter?
Why, it's this specimen of yours, this freak of nature, this Rosenblum.
Oh, yes, he'll be here soon. Won't you sit down and wait?
No, I don't want to sit down and wait. I've had him on my hands and in my hair all morning. He's disrupting my entire mathematics class.
Oh, Teeter, don't get excited.
Who's excited? I'm not excited.
Don't let Rosenblum disturb you. Nobody expects you to teach him anything. I doubt whether he knows even the simplest multiplication table, let alone advanced calculus.
Oh, yes, he does. He knows everything. He merely looks at a problem and gives the answer like that.
Nonsense.
That's what I thought at first. I thought it was a fluke, a mistake. And then I gave him another problem and another and another.
And you stopped him.
Oh, no, he knew the answers like that.
That doesn't surprise me.
Why not?
Because, gentlemen, Mr. Rosenblum is phenomenal.
Phenomenal? It's the most disconcerting thing that has ever happened to me. Imagine being able to identify the logarithmic series at a glance without a brain.
How does he do it?
I don't know, and neither does he. When I ask him how he does it, he merely shrugs his shoulders, gives me a perfectly inane grin, and says, well, that's what it is, ain't it? What's the diff how I do it, so long as it's right? Oh, dear.
Hi, Doc.
Ah, Max.
Well, here I am, right on the nose. Hiya, Prof. Looks like they caught up with you at last, huh? I warned you. Hi, Gramps. Ready for the big show? Hey, what do you got here, steam room?
Professor Teeter has just informed us of your brilliancy in mathematics. Do you know trigonometry or calculus?
I don't know those fellas. All I know is Codus, Vestus, and Panthus.
Are you quoting mythology?
Mythology. Are you lisping?
Or no, are you quoting mythology?
Now you got me, Gramps. All I know is those arithmetical answers, but I don't know their names with big words. That's what I want you to learn me.
We will. But first we want you to tell us, how have you arrived at the mathematical solutions so accurately?
It just pops up extraterritorially. Maybe when I was a kid, I was hit on the head with an aiding machine. That adds up, don't it? For instance, if you give an aiding machine an arithmetical example, what do? You punch the key 65, 72, and 96, then you punch the key for your answer. Does the machine stop to think? Nah, the answer comes out extemporaneous. And what do you got? 233.
It's supernatural. What did I tell you, gentlemen?
You think that's something? When my brother was a kid, he was hit on the head with geography, and now he travels to strange countries and shows the guides around.
Incomprehensible.
Hey, that's a big word, too. I bet when you was a kid, you was hit on the head with a dictionary. You must have been hit on the head with a squirrel.
I was hit on the head with nothing?
You ain't kidding, brother, 'cause nothing comes out.
According to your theory, Mr. Rosenblum, I take it that you've never even studied elementary mathematics. Multiplication, subtraction.
Nah, I got my arithmetical education from counting up the ticket to gate. I don't go by the subtraction or multiplication business. I go by the goes into, comes out system.
Comes out system.
That's right. 2 goes into 4 twice. 6 comes out of 12 twice. Or speaking in the count-up language, that is when nobody's looking. A hand goes into the cash box and comes out a couple of bucks to the good.
But how about the final count-up? Somebody's bound to miss the shortage. Figures don't lie, you know.
They don't, huh? That's a corny idea. I'll show you where you're wrong. How much is 6 and 4?
10.
Oh, no. 5 and 5 is 10, but...
Pardon me, Professor. 5 and 5 are 10.
5 and 5 was 10, but I'll show you where 5 and 5 is 11. How many fingers you got?
10.
All right, count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 are 10.
That's right. Now, which would you say is your 10th finger?
Oh, the small one, I suppose.
Okay, hold your hand up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5 is 11. And here's one for you, Gramps. How much is 3 times 3?
9, to be sure.
I knew you'd say that, and I bet you'd bet on it, too. Well, I'm going to show you where you're wrong, that 3 times 3 is 10. Here's 3 plugs here. Come here, count them 3 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There, you see, Maxie, figures don't lie.
They don't, huh? I'll show you where 3 times 3 make 10. Here, follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 are 10.
3 times 3 must be 9.
Ooh, I hate you. Here, count them yourself.
Very well. 1, 2, 3,
right.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And 3 is 11. How am I doing, Prof?
Suppose we postpone these mathematical gymnastics for the moment and get on with the test. Now, Mr. Rosenblum, sit down, please.
And that electric chair?
Oh, that's not an electric chair. The voltage in those wires is reduced to a minimum of kilowatts.
Could be that a minimum of kilocycles could kill a maximum of Rosenblums? Not bad, huh?
There's no danger of that.
Well, look, Prof, in case it's going to hurt, can I have one of those antiseptics?
Now, just sit back.
Okay, after all, it's only electricity.
That's right.
Hey, does that go on me? What are you trying to do, give me conclusion of the brain?
Well, with this, we get a roadmap of your mind.
Oh, swell. Look, when my mind gets on the road which leads to my nightclub, we could stop off and get a drink. Hey, you don't have to look at my legs for road maps. My veins look like a road map already.
And now, with this final connection, we get our pathological reaction of your mind.
Oh, you want to see if my mind has got enough path to hold them big words, huh?
You're getting smart already.
It's your Harvard influence at work.
Are we ready?
Quite.
Okay, start the floor show.
Professor McSquigley, you will take care of those taking part in this experiment so that they appear in the proper order. And Mr. Rosenblum, you will make certain that your mind is quite relaxed and concentrate solely on the subjects as presented.
My mind's relaxed, but just in case, can I have Novocaine?
Oh, that won't be necessary. Now, Maxie, we're going to make this test with the mindometer.
The minder? Oh, I know that mind-over-matter stuff.
Oh, this is quite the reverse.
Oh, the reverse. That matter over mind, huh? That's different.
I shall now read part of a summary for the reasons for the decline of the Roman Empire. The evils that beset the Roman Empire over a period of many years weakened it to such an extent that it could not successfully hold off the barbarian invasions. These internal difficulties were due in part to the corrupt policy in the administration of the provinces, which were treated as areas which must pay tribute to Rome rather than as integral parts of the empire.
No interest in history.
Now, Professor?
No, not now.
No.
I shall now test him with some action material. And so the detective rushed through the firing lines while the Tommy guns rattled and shattered the window panes of the gangsters' hideout with bombardment.
Gee, even the Roman Empires had Tommy guns in them days. Go ahead, Gramps.
Maxie, we should like you to solve an important problem. Is the prune a species of the plum or the sloe?
Is that the $64 question?
The prune is not a species. It is definitely a dried plum.
Scat with them prunes. I want to get the finish of this Roman Empire's Tommy guns business.
He doesn't care for fruit.
He doesn't care for fruit.
He doesn't care for fruit?
He doesn't care for... What am I talking about?
Now, Professor?
Yes, now.
Oh, boy, a Frankfurter. Give me a bite, will you?
Evidently a dog fancier.
Stingy.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Professor Alvin, the girls and I would like you to inspect our costumes for the Cavalcade of Fashion pageant.
Hi, Toots. Say, you should wear a bathing suit all the time. That one's awful, but on you it looks good. You look awful pretty.
Show the girls in. And now for the important and final test of the primitive mind.
This is primitive. Hey. Ooh. Hey, what do you got on tonight? I like her. Who sent you, Yale? Whew. Doc, don't leave me alone now.
What do you think of it, Professor Alvin?
Attractive, almost too attractive, of course, but somewhat too attractive.
Oh, boy, not for me.
Nowadays, a girl must show her front.
Show front. Ain't you embarrassed?
Hello.
Ooh. Kill cycles of yours nearly electrified me.
Are you sure, Maxie, that it was the kilowatts that overtook you?
Well, I'll admit that harem-scarum dancer had something to do with it. Boy, what a girl. I could use her in my nightclub. She's so vicious, and vice versa.
You have fan dancers in your nightclub?
Yeah, but the one I got's no good. She's too civilized. Either she don't have enough harem to scare him, or enough scarum to scare him.
Mr. Rosenblum.
Hey, champ. That's me. Hey, Cramp, come on. How'd I come on the test, all right?
We're very pleased with it.
Swell. I'd like to have another one like that sometime. That was fun. Maybe I could meet up with that female chic, huh?
I'm afraid not.
Well, how about the one in the white bathing suit?
I'm afraid not, Maxie. Propinquity is not part of the test.
Why, Gramps. Well, no harm in asking. Well, I'll be seeing you, boys. Goodbye.
Evolution's gift to humanity. His tests, reactions, and mental processes are the same as those of millions of people in this country. And we must nurse the voice of the people. You know, Vox Populi. Look what happened. Look what happened with the Never Scratch Phonograph record company. Why, when you started testing their new songs on Maxie, their record sales jumped sky high. Sky high.
That's right. They said I was a perfect guinea pig for records. Didn't they, Gramps?
Think of it, a gauge, a human thermometer for 22 million morons in this country. That's right, isn't it?
23,112. Those were our latest figures.
23,112 morons, and all of them in the market to buy something. If we could only know in advance what they want to buy. That's why I'm here, Professor, and we can know with Maxie here to guide us.
The university has no objection to any financial arrangement you may make with Mr. Rosenblum, so long as he remains available to us for our research.
Oh, them tests. Oh, I like those.
Maxie, my new firm, International Super Test Reaction and Research Company Limited, would like to contract for your test and reaction services.
Yeah, but what's in it for the Rosenblum Show Me Company Limited?
We'll pay $500 a week.
Look, I may be dumb, but I ain't stupid.
$500 is a lot of money.
I know, it's only half as much as 1,000. Besides, I got a better offer from another company. And they got a smooth salesman, too. Guy sent me a telegram right here. I took a tab, now that got there. Here it is here. The Consumers Prognosticating Company Sampling Service, Inc. And they offered me $750.
$750?
Yeah, cash on the line. So you see, Mr. Plunkett, if you want to do business with this moron, you have to raise the ante.
Got me up a tree.
Come on, don't be a tightwad, Mr. Plunkett. After all, it's only hay, ain't it?
Maxie, you drive a hard bargain. But you win binos. It's a deal at $1,000 a week.
You think I should have held out for $1,500?
1,000 is the limit.
Speak when you spoke or two. Huh?
No, always take a profit.
Well, okay, shake. It's a deal. But not exclusive. Now sign.
Sign.
How do you spell Rosenblum?
R-O-S-E-N-B-L-O-O-M.
Thank you. You know, I get a big thrill out of being a moron. Here it is, baby. $1,000 a week. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
$1,000? 5,000 malted milks?
Yeah, this is kill you. All I can do is tell this guy how my taste is bent. Do I blow hot? Do I blow cold? What I like and what I don't like? Gee, I'm so happy. I think I'll kiss her for luck. Hey, what's the matter with the jerkaroo?
Mr. Rosenblum, this is our masterpiece. The dreams of years are blended into this exquisite nectar. Shut your eyes. Think. Waves kissing the shore of Capri. Moonbeams tripping lightly over the water. In the distance, the sound of sweet romantic music. Gypsy music. Picture yourself there. Close your eyes. Think. Think of the most beautiful woman you have ever known. Alone with you in the moonlight. Listening to the music, the soft murmur of the waves. A vagrant breeze takes a strand of her hair and blows it across your face. Ah, l'amour exotique.
It stinks. Some credit to the campus, huh? I bet you never saw a hot spot like this before.
No, I can't say that I have, but I've had my moments. Beer gardens and burlesque shows. I lived in the gay 90s, you know.
Hey, Slop. 2 jiggers of malted milk and 1 Angostura chocolate. Old-fashioned.
Just imagine me a soda jerker. I wouldn't do this for anybody else but Maxie.
I got the best table in the house. Nothing's too good for you, Grant. Here we are, here.
Well, good evening, Professor.
Oh, good evening. Bless my soul. Miss Frisbee, what on earth?
Oh, Professor, I'll leave immediately.
Leave, I should say not. For the first time in 30 years, Miss Frisbee, I'm inclined to think you're a human being. Here, I'm afraid you'll have to move, young man.
Certainly, Professor.
Miss Frisbee and I are going to discover each other, aren't we?
If you say so, Nicka-chan.
Children.
Oh, Maxie, these just came from the printers. I thought you'd like to see them. What are they? Reports about you, the published results of the tests we've been making with you.
Oh, headline stuff, huh? What is it? I don't get it.
They're the final facts about you, Maxie. Our investigations are completed. We're through.
You mean you're finished with me? No more tests?
That's right. Harvard has no further need for your services.
Well, ain't that just ducky? You're finished with me and you're throwing me out. Well, let me tell you something, Gramp. You can't get away with this, see? I kept up my end of the bargain. I did everything you wanted me to do, didn't I?
Well, of course, no one is dissatisfied.
Oh, they ain't, huh? Well, I am.
Why, Harvard is well pleased with the results of our experiments. These reports will be standard textbooks for years to come, but now the job is over.
Oh, no, it ain't over. You got what you want, but what about me? My education. This was supposed to be an even-Steven trade. I let you get smart on me, and you were supposed to let me smarten up on you.
I doubt if even Harvard will ever be able to add anything to what you already know, Maxie. There's nothing further we can teach you.
You mean I'm going to granulate? Will a college diploma and everything?
We'll give you a diploma of sorts. I think you've earned it.
Well, why did you say so in the first place? Me, Maxie Rosenblum, with a college diploma. Ph.D. Doctor of Histology.
He's always in there punching, isn't he?
Gramps, I've been thinking.
Yes, Maxie?
I just figured out a way how I can show my gratitude to Harvard.
Oh, that's very commendable of you, Maxie.
Yep, I'm going to endow the gym with a special classroom. I'm going to give a chair. You got all kinds of schools here. Business, laws, medicine, everything but one. And that's what I'm going to start.
Well, what kind of a school, Maxie?
A school for jerks.
Jerks?
Joinks? I know a joink. There were two gentlemen on a motorcycle, and the first Irishman said...
Don't mind her. She's been fighting too long. Yeah, a place where morons like me can come and prove we don't know nothing. Like I did. And you know what? I'm going to make you the honorary president of all the jerks.
That's very unselfish of you, Maxie.
Think nothing of it, Gramp.
Waiter.
Yes, sir.
May we have serviettes?
A what?
Serviettes.
Sorry, mister, but we only have those Fridays and Saturdays. They're out of season.
Hey, Maxie, the floor show.
Coming up. The way, folks, you're going to see a great show. Okay, Charlie. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're all waiting for the floor show to get started. But between you and me, I ain't seen it myself. So why should I take a chance and bore you with something that for all I know is particulars? Then there's another thing. This picture started out with a cafe scene. You're liable to look up here and say, that's where we came in, and walk out on us. So why don't we just call it quits and end the picture right here, huh? You remember the story. It's all about some jerk that wanted to go to Harvard and he said, hey, what am I talking about? That's me. Well, so long, folks, and thanks for coming.